Jeannie, hi. How are you today?
Hi, Lory. How are you? I'm doing good.
Good. You look wonderful today.
Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about how your week has gone.
It's gone very well. Thank you very much. I'm returning to you today from a job interview. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful. How did it go?
I think it went rather well. They were very impressed with my past experience,
Good.
my resume, and how I presented myself in the meeting. And I really feel like I'm probably going to get a call back, and I'm going to be so delighted.
Good, good.
So I'm really up.
Wonderful. I'm excited to hear that.
Yes.
Now, when you first came to me, it was because you were feeling very hopeless, very displaced
Right.
within your family because you had lost your job. And so I'm excited. You know, you've been out there looking. I'm excited that you had a really good experience. Now, let's talk a little bit about what may or may not happen once you get a call back from them.
Okay. If I don't get a call back, then I'm sure I'm going to go down a little. But with this experience of this interview and the hopefulness that it's giving me, I feel like it's going to make me strive to push myself harder to go ahead and complete other interviews, and just really, it gives me more confidence to get myself out there.
Wonderful. So,
Really
so you feel that because you had this good interview, you're going to be able to face whatever that call is, whether it's good or bad.
Right.
You feel very upbeat and confident that you
Yes.
can face it and then move on to another
I
interview if
am.
you need to.
Yes, I am.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Now, I sent you home with a little homework assignment.
Oh, yes.
Tell me how it went.
Okay. I have my list with me, if you don't mind.
Okay.
I've done laundry several times this week because we have our kids are very active in sports and such, and it's football season, and so my son is coming home with a lot of dirties.
Absolutely.
And then I've done the laundry several times.
Okay.
Of course, I've cleaned my house. I'm getting back into a good routine with cleaning the house, which I'm very excited about. I've made breakfast for everyone this week. I have gone to the children's schools, both of them, and had lunch with each one of them this week.
Wonderful.
Which was, considering how closed in I was keeping myself, and how I'm not wanting to get back out in the public, that to me has also helped my spirits
Wonderful.
go up. I've also, John and I, we took our kids to the show, and we really enjoyed it. It was a real fun show. We laughed and we had a great time, and the kids, of course, it was very expensive, so it was a very good treat for us because of the situation of our finances at this time. But we took in an early one, so it didn't cost us this much. So we did it that way, to keep us from having to pay so much money. I've had dinner each night, and I've had the children help me with that.
Wonderful.
As they had been really, like doing it before, because like in my job, it was times that I was late and wasn't able to get home, and they were having to do it themselves.
Absolutely.
With instruction.
Yeah.
But and I'd been I'm not really into even cooking, and so we made pizza one night, fresh from the start, from scratch. And
That sounds good.
yeah, and it was. And we've done all kinds of different dinners this week. I've not made them do every one, of course, but we've had dinner together and had our evenings together, and then of course everybody goes their separate ways because they got practice here and practice there, but still.
So you feel like having dinners together this week, making them, having them, being able to spend a little extra time with the family, you feel like that has brought y'all closer together?
Absolutely, absolutely. It's opened us back up to what's going on within our family,
Right.
not just what's happening from the outside. As far as looking for the job and where the money's going to come from, this has opened us up in the family as our family
Right.
together, and it's been joyful. It's been as nice as the picnic was the other week.
Wonderful. I am so happy to hear that. And let's just review just for a minute. You had when you had first come to me, you said to me that I'm not a stay-at-home mom.
Right.
That this is not what I do for my family. I'm out there, I'm working, and in keeping this list and seeing what you actually did for the whole family for the week, do you feel a little bit, how does that make you feel about your place in the family now?
Okay, with seeing this written down and seeing how much housework is work, it really makes me go, okay, you were doing this, but, now you see really what it all encompassed. And it makes me validate a homebody better. It makes me understand where they come from when they say, I'm Bush, I did this, I did that. Whereas before I was going, okay, you get to stay home and watch soap operas all day. Well, you don't. You don't get to stay home and watch soap operas all day. And it's really showed me that there is a lot of work in being a house person. And, I'm not saying that that's what I want to turn my life around into. I still like the validation of being out there with certain members of my community and people in the work, other people to talk to and everything. So I don't know if I would want to stay home, because I do get, staying home and not having anybody to talk to most of the day tends to be kind of sad.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but I'm not feeling so inadequate as I was before.
Okay. So I'm hearing you say that you are a dedicated career woman,
Mm-hmm.
but because you've been home, you can now appreciate the wife and mother in you,
Right.
and how much work that truly is.
Yeah, very well said. That's exactly. I wish I had thought of that myself. That's exactly what I mean. I'm the
Wonderful.
wife and the mother, whereas, I kind of gave those a back seat
Right.
for the career.
Okay.
So.
Well, this is wonderful. I'm, excited to see you so upbeat and just so full of hope again. When you first started coming in to see me, you were very sad, very displaced in the family, weren't sure, what your new role was. Everybody was just it kind of displaced everybody in the family.
Right.
And now I can see that you are more hopeful, more excited about the future, more excited about your family. And I just think that this is wonderful. And what I would like to see you do this next week is, I still want you to keep your journal of
Okay.
everything that you're doing.
All right.
We had at one point talked about you doing some volunteer work for your church. Is that still on the table, or are you just enjoying being the mom?
No, I think I really think that I need to go and do a little bit more. Like I said, I'm not staying home. I'm not watching soap operas, but there are times in the day that need to be filled with something else.
Okay.
So, volunteering it's in something, or taking a Bible study class, anything, just to get me out of the house and keep me out in that community.
Okay. So we did a little role playing last week about what might or might not happen when you see people at church and they're curious about what's
Right.
going on with you. Do you feel comfortable enough at this point that you could go to your church next week, at least one day for, let's say, 2 hours, and do something with your church, whether that's the Bible study or something else that you would like to do? Could we make that a goal for next week?
Yes. Yes. That I just have to realize my confidence. No matter what situation that I'm in, is my confidence is what matters, not what other people say.
Very good. Absolutely.
I think that I can do it.
Well, I know that you can do it. And so I look forward to our meeting next week and seeing how the week went and what you hear about this job.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Lory. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you.